to the Afrobeat panel. I'm just Tia. We are here to discuss the music and the movement that we all love. And today on the panel we have...
What's happening, people? Mr. Silver.
Hiya, my name is Vicky Sola.
Hi, I'm Cynthia, DJ MVP.
What's going on? And I'm Ike Chooks.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. So, firstly, what is it like being an Afrobeat artist?
It's enjoyment and frustration combined in one. I can't give you two because it's very enjoyable, but at the same time, it's very frustrating at the same time. Like just the daily hustle and bustles of trying to do things and certain people's mindsets in the industry and of what we work in may not be on the same wavelengths of what you're trying to do or where you're trying to reach. That can be frustrating at times, and then some of the level of professionalism might not be there at sometimes, so that gets frustrating. As well as that, being based in the UK, Afrobeats is now become strong, but it's not its main sound in the UK. It's something which is in the UK, but it's not its main sound. So you have to work 10 times harder to make those who are on the other side, who live in the UK, not just Africans, understand what you're doing.
Okay. Cynthia?
It's like everything else, it's tough. Like you have to fight off everything. You feel the need to give up. You have to just be strong and keep doing it. But it's amazing.
So far it seems like it's fun. Vicky?
Well, it's my passion. Africa is in me. I'm African, and I love embracing that in my art, in my creative sides of me. So being that is a lifestyle thing, is something that I love as an artist. Yes, it is tough. Nothing comes easy in life. If it was easy, we wouldn't be here right now. We wouldn't be standing right now. So, gotta enjoy we just enjoy the process of being an African artist, and that's my point.
That's your point. Ike.
It's amazing being an Afrobeat artist in the UK to some extent, and like Mr. Silver said as well, there's frustrations to it. But I just feel a lot of joy being able to portray my culture to in another country to a variety of different people. So I can come out on a track and speak in my language and people appreciate what I'm doing, even though they might not understand what I'm saying, but they feel the music. So that in itself is an amazing feeling.
I've loved Afrobeats as a consumer before becoming an artist, and I would say I didn't choose to be an artist of Afrobeats. Afrobeats chose me. So I used to do a lot of freestyles on Afrobeat beats, and then I'd put it out just for fun. And then eventually we put one out, and it popped off, and it was just fun doing it, and it popped off. And then when it did pop off, I realized the potential and the importance of what I'm doing, and it was just like, yo, this is like your people receive you more, they see you better, so you've connected more with your people. So that's what made me do Afrobeats more, because I'm able to connect with my culture and my people more, and just be an inspiration to them, really.
Speaking of popping off, what was that track that made you feel like you popped off?
I'd say Bon Semame.
Bon Semame.
What does that mean? Clap your hands for me.
Okay. Well, so even non-Ghanaians all types of
people
to say
Bon Semame. And that was amazing. And that's what, you know what I mean? That's what made it really more special, because it was like, I'm just here on the stage and I'm speaking Tree, I'm speaking Pidgin. Everybody there, clap your hands now. It's like, wow, okay, so it's not no more, are you African boo-boo, are you?
Oh, wow.
It's like, you get me? It's like, okay, now the African thing is in, like, you know what I mean?
There was a time where it was so not cool to be African, you know what I'm saying? You couldn't sound fresh, I definitely couldn't speak my language or speak Igbo out, because I just felt embarrassed. And it's got to a point where it's just, I think for me personally, I just reached a point where I was like, you know what, I don't even care what people think, I'm just gonna do me. Like, I'm gonna portray my culture, because my roots are like really strong, you know what I'm saying? I can speak my language, so why do I have to hide it? You know, hide who I am, so.
That's it, and I think for myself, Afrobeats has allowed me to research so much more about where I come from. So when I started getting Afrobeats, I'm not just doing Afrobeats because it's the sound. It made me want to learn my history, learn who I am, where I'm from, and through that period of time I started doing Afro. What I know about myself now like it's led me to be even more who I need to be. You know what I mean? So,
Everyone wants to be African now.
So, just out of curiosity, Vicky, what's it like being a female artist? Like, do you get like a lot of
Mel?
yeah, basically, that's what I was, like,
about that.
okay, the reason why I'm saying is, just, like, come on ladies, like, being a female already, we have certain, attributes that men don't have,
Right.
And then being a vocalist or
Okay.
a DJ, in fact, it can play off a bit different in the industry.
Well, being a female in the industry, it's not easy to, be surrounded. It's a male-dominated industry. Sorry, guys,
There's more females here than males. Though.
Yes, I'm sure you can.
You're just lucky today.
Well, we do go through, harassment and behind.
But do you think us male the artists don't go through harassment?
Yeah, well, of course. I'm sure you guys do.
What you think we don't? What you think we ain't got struggles?
You guys go through it. Everybody has their
Comes-
struggles, But yeah, we go through that. But it's a lot more. I would say it's a lot more harder for females than males, to be honest. In terms of you got to invest in your hair, makeup, than males, and when it comes to people who want to work with females, it's more easier for people to work with males than females because they have to deal with their emotions and all of that stuff. But
I think it's a lot harder for females as you get me. You've got the man them around you trying to.
And even the audience, predominantly there's more females in the audience. So females love the men more than the females. So as a female, you gotta go harder, on stage. You gotta win the females, and you gotta be like, girl, you're my sister. You gotta relate with them. That's what we have to do. With men, you guys, you gotta take off the top. Easily, you can't do that.
Okay, I hear that, but it's not about just taking off your top, though. Maybe for the girl, they think that's a good performance, innit? But for me, not just taking off your top is a good performance, innit?
Well, of course.
You know what I mean?
But you can easily do that.
Maybe sometimes it's not just male. Sometimes I do deal with like female attention as well. So sometimes I'm gonna say this. I'm not saying play along, but I'm saying it's a fantasy. Sometimes you need to give them something to think about.
Of course.
Do you get what I mean?
No, of course.
I'm not saying start messing around
Obviously,
or whatever. Do you get what I mean?
You're projecting your brand, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Of course.
If like my brand is what my brand is, I'm not going to go into that. But it's about giving you something to look at, to get your attention, and then to listen after that. And if they don't have your attention in the first place, no one's going to listen.
Of course.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So if you don't look good, and people are like, oh wait, hold on, what's that?
No, of course,
Like,
of course.
So sometimes it's giving them that fantasy, something to look
Of
at.
course.
Okay.
Branding and images is so
It's
important.
important.
You've got to look good on stage. You've got to look like a star, obviously. If you want to look trashy, they're not going to respect you.
It's a balance, man. It's a balance.
Beep, beep. It's not about okay, how do I put this? And the way I say it is, if you're a brand and you're coming out as an artist, whatever you are, the first things first is, what am I looking at?
Right.
Then what is coming out of your mouth? What is your talent? What are you giving me? Do you get what I mean? So
Not
if you're
necessarily, though.
Not all the time.
All artists is like that.
I'm saying it should.
Okay.
In general, I'm saying it should be part of the package.
How far would you go though, image-wise? Like, how far would you push
Depends on the type
your
of image
image?
you want to go
Yeah,
in.
how far what's the limit
Do you
then?
want to be Solange, or do you want to be Nicki, or do you want to be Beyonce?
My thing's simple. Everyone knows I like my tight dresses. That's my thing.
Nothing be.
The
sexy appeal now. I'll be. There's nothing wrong with that.
yeah, of course, like, if you have it, But the thing is, I draw the line. The minute it goes past, like, I don't, like, once you can see my bum, like, that's, for me, that's a line, like.
But we can see your bum in tight dresses.
Yeah, you can see the shape of it, but you can't actually see,
Physically
like,
see it,
do you know what I mean?
okay.
Bum cheek.
But I do think it's up to the individual, your personality, how you're trying to brand yourself. Do you get what I mean? And it's up to you what you want to do or the direction you're looking towards going. Because, for example, if you're a video girl, and I'm gonna be as real as possible, you're like the big booty girls in your videos.
Say again.
You like big booty girls in your videos. You like
big
girls
booty
that
girls.
are...
I'm not saying I don't like it, but it's not like, it doesn't have to be.
It's not the main focus of my videos, I'm sure.
But it's a part focus.
It's a part.
No, it's part. It depends on the type of tune and what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it is part of it. In
part
certain
of it,
songs,
yeah.
if you're portraying
I
a song
can't
that
see
wants to
you, babe.
portray, if you're portraying a song that wants to portray that kind of like maybe sexiness and etc., have that kind of sexy feel to your song, then cool, innit? You know what I mean? But then there might be songs where you actually don't want to portray that. You actually might want to empower women rather than just
Do
expose
you hear
women.
that? Do you hear that? When you want a sexy thing in your song,
Yeah,
then you
because that's
portray
that
that. Then when you want to empower women,
It's different, innit?
do you
So
do
wait,
you
sexy,
know what I
sexy
mean?
is just big booty?
No, but even like
It's not.
guys
though.
can look sexy in their
But
videos.
obviously, the main consumer or the direct consumer, would they think that what they will take as sexiness is that. But maybe those with bigger mindsets and thinking out the box may have another form that might be sexy in this way by doing it like this, or it might be sexy in that way. But the majority of the people who say, "Hey, come in your phone" or "big bum" and that makes it sexy, innit? You know what I'm saying? If we're honest.
Cynthia's not impressed.
Listen, as
No, but
I
that's what
said
they did it,
earlier,
bro.
listen, I don't knock anybody's hustle. Like, it's up to you, whether you're comfortable doing, whether you're comfortable wearing. For me, if it shows, I'm not even comfortable showing my belly that much. So it's hard to catch me in a crop top anyways. Hence why I like, see, she got the belly for that, she be wearing the thing.
I was just wondering, yeah, being in the UK, yeah, does that make you fall into Afrobeat? When I say fall into Afrobeat, because it's such a niche genre, I'm gonna say it as it is, did you take an easy way out?
In terms of, what do you mean, jumping into
Yeah,
that
because
market?
you're a vocalist, you could sing R&B, you could rap in English, you could do grime, you could do
the easy
grime,
done,
you could
I'm
do
gonna
like, so falling into Afrobeat, do you feel like it was,
No, this is more of a challenge.
It is.
This is more of a challenge. Like, if I want to go and do that thing, I could get up tomorrow and say, yeah, I'm going to do grime and I'll kill the whole thing. But right now, like I said, it's a deeper thing. When a man jumps into Afrobeat, I start to learn about my roots. I start to learn who I am. Like, our people, a lot of our culture and our people, they don't even know nothing about themselves. Like, and I feel like a lot of the artists need to be showing our trying to make them know about their roots and where they
to be
come
proud
from,
of your
because
roots,
we
you know what I'm
are
saying?
we are kings, like
and queens?
you know what I mean, and queens. Like, we're coming from some great empires in the past that have been hidden away from us, that they don't even want to let man know that we come from these empires. And when you know these things, it will inspire you.
So how
know
do you
what I mean?
guys feel about crossover artists then? Like crossing over, the ones that...
Go to the commercial side. But it's business at the same time. It's business. Like, and I think that's a shame that you can't be allowed to make a step like that, because at the end of the day, like, if you can still go commercial and be true to your roots and be true to what you're doing and still be able to project what you're projecting, it's a blessing, you know what I mean? To be able to reach more people, you know what I mean? Like,
The genre is
have to
still
be
young.
real, and if that business is coming in, it's going to help you to project your dreams furthermore, you know what I mean? That's not the only lane or the only passage that's going to, or your only page, I should say. You know what I mean? That's one of the pages. So I think it's harder.
Is Afrobeat even classified as a genre that needs to cross over?
It's already strong in Africa already in itself.
It's around, it's crossed.
It's been around from years.
It's just maybe it might not be in certain channels as much.
Yeah.
But
So it's just
crossed.
society labelling it as a crossover genre if it crosses over into commercial.
It crosses.
It's because I guess like because we're in an international country, like it's not the main sound. If you go to Africa, it's the main sound. That's what everyone listens to the most. You go to clubs over there, like you go to clubs in Nigeria, like it's Afrobeats a lot of the time,
Exactly. And the
then
music
every
which
now and
is
then they
even
switch.
here is second behind it.
Even the Western music is influenced by
Africa
African
right now,
music
the whole
anyway.
right now,
So,
the whole Western music,
Yeah.
everything.
One
they
of the
love
biggest
Africa
songs
right
in 2016 was, had Wizkid in it. You know what I'm saying? And it had an African sound to it. So you listen to Omari's new track, it sounds very African-y.
South African.
Everyone's doing Africa. Ed Sheeran,
Neo's doing Africa.
everyone's-
Yeah, everyone's jumping on that vibe.
So if a white person who is perceived as more marketable, was doing Afrobeats, yeah, how would that affect?
I would be upset.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie.
I'd be upset.
Totally. I find it really hard to see how it's going to happen, because if you're white, like making Afrobeats has a sense of being able to connect with your culture. If your culture is not African, then how do you, unless you get people to write for you.
I hear that,
but it's going to be hard for people to.
I get what you're saying. Maybe the culture, maybe the African community, but if we're talking on outside the African community, if they take all the ideas from the community and they use their professionalism and their marketing strategies and all their whatever their powers they have around them to project that person, bro, that person's gonna pop regardless.
Yeah.
For example, Ed Sheeran, fam. The tune he's done, Shape of You, is an Afro flavoured tune, fam.
Yeah.
But because it's Ed that's doing that tune, the marketing is crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's all over the gap.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if we make Wizkid even be doing that for Wizkid. You know what I'm saying? If we be doing the same thing for Wizkid, Wizkid not be big like Ed Sheeran. You know what I'm saying? But Wizkid, if you're honest, he'd be like the first figurehead of the new generation of Afrobeats. You know what I'm saying? So therefore push him like that. But they don't want that to happen. And I feel that, I can't say they don't want that to happen, but then again, it comes down to, I think, infrastructure within the Afrobeats market and the infrastructure what they have on that side is very different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
where on our side we need to kind of just boost our channels and boost our infrastructures and you know what I mean, and just work and support each other properly so that we can be the figureheads of our sound.
Yeah.
But now is the time in society, I personally believe, that is the strongest time for Afro anything to come out, because there's so much going on, whether we just look in America, in the United Kingdom, Africa, black culture is a power force right now. And if, for example, what Ed Sheeran's doing, might be a little bit political what I'm about to say, but it could be something that is going to take away from what we...
I hope so not. I hope that it shows that I really do like what Ed Sheeran doing it.
Yeah, we do like what he's doing.
Because it's like he's embracing the culture, innit?
And it's not it's not malice in a malice way.
And he's being real about it. Saying I went here, went Ghana, I did this, I've done this.
If you follow Ed, you'd see that he actually went to Ghana with Fuse. He's
been around the community,
you know what I'm saying?
So he's gone in and he's felt the energy.
Yeah.
And he said, wow, this energy's sick. I'm gonna go and project it into my music and spread it to my fans.
That's what music is about.
And that's what I like. You know what I mean? It's not like he's just come, someone's got, okay, cool, let's make a quick move, innit? Let's try to do this and do that and then rob the culture. He hasn't just robbed the culture, he's come and embraced it. So I respect that, innit? And whoever does it like that, I respect it, innit? I hope that they can embrace and be real and say, this is from Africa, this is Africa, blood. You know what I mean? Don't come and do no side. This is the thing, you know what I mean? Respect the thing. Like, you know what I mean? Because a lot of these top brands don't respect Africa. I'll tell you that for free.
Cool, so I just wanted to find out as well, yeah? Like, just generally speaking. So far in the Afrobeat industry for you guys, worst moments?
I fell off stage, but the way I felt it...
What, did you do one of those Beyonce things and just...
No, just in the hype. I was just performing at Party in the Park like a couple years back, and then I was just a vibe, innit? And then I ended up in the crowd.
Did they catch you or
no,
you actually...
they actually that I dropped, innit? That I was at the front of the edge, innit? And I was just doing my thing, and then I think one of the fans was to pull my shirt, innit? And because I was at the edge, it was like shit. And then I lost balance, innit? And then obviously I landed on them.
Oh, you landed on the girl?
I landed on someone, innit? But even the funny thing is when I landed, they wouldn't let go.
Who else is pulling this shirt?
They wouldn't let go, innit? So when I dropped, they wouldn't let go. And I was trying to get up, and they just wouldn't let go, innit?
Oh, so even when you dropped, they were still holding you?
Like, on top of the person, they're still holding me, screaming. Like, I was like, wow, Gazy. And then obviously security came and took me out, and then continued the show, man. But it was bad that I dropped, but it was just like at the end of it, it wasn't like people was like, oh yeah, Silver dropped, and
did it trend? You didn't hashtag?
People talk about it. People were like, oh, Silver dropped, but he still came and killed the show after.
Oh, okay, one of them ones.
One of them ones. Like, it was all part of the show, like, you know what I mean. So that's it.
That's similarly, I've had a trip, obviously a dance.
I think that's the worst that could happen, isn't it? Like,
yeah, but the show must go on at the end of the day. Thank God the wig didn't come off. joking. But you know, it happens. But you know, we've got to be professional.
Nah, I don't with it, you know what I
Let's
mean?
do it. Let's kill it. Like, this didn't happen. So, yeah.
Okay, my worst moment. So I went back to Nigeria after like 11 years and I DJ'd for the first time in, what's this place called?
Quillox,
Anyways,
57?
no, I didn't Quillox, that was fine. The other one in Victoria Island.
I get to buy
Escape?
in these clubs in
No,
Nigeria.
no Escape.
Yeah, man.
Vapors.
Put in the money.
You don't be there, right? I was there for 2 months, so.
This club Vapors, yeah, it's so fancy. The DJ booth goes from downstairs upstairs and can go back down.
Oh, the booth moves up and down like a lift.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So I get in the
That's
thing
wavy.
now, and you know me with my high heels on and everything. I'm like, hold on, what's going on?
so you didn't know
No, I didn't know.
Oh, wow.
Africa where they advance like this. So. And you London girls come in and you're doing that.
So I'm DJing, I'm doing my thing, and this thing just goes all the way up, and it's like, boom, my hard drive just went from up.
Oh
It wasn't like slow motion, it was like,
That's like your life on there, bro.
there was like tears in my eyes, the music stopped, everything, and everyone's there looking at me and whatnot. It was,
They didn't think to tell you that you're in a movie.
no, they didn't.
No, they thought you already knew, maybe.
They didn't
Freaking
think
London
to do
DJ.
that.
You must know. It happens, I guess.
But yeah, luckily I went with, I tend to have brand new hard drive on me anyway,
Okay,
so
good.
I was able to quickly transfer the music.
You know, on the job, MVP for no reason, you know. The MVP for no reason, you know.
But yeah, still finished the set though.
Okay.
Came through.
Completed set.
I think my worst moment has been going on stage and the DJ messed up the song order. I was like, yeah, DJ, man down. Man down. And he was like, everyone was just waiting. You know, like,
One of your tracks or another artist's track?
no, there was no track playing at all. So it was one of them ones where everyone was waiting for me to come on and it was just cricket sounds. And like, I was backstage and I had to go, but I kind of brought it back because I was backstage and I was just like engaging with the crowd from backstage. So that was still good. That was still good, but that was
Has
a
a
bit.
DJ ever played the wrong artist on any of your sets?
Not me, but I've seen where a DJ
No,
played
I wouldn't say
the
play wrong set, but they tried to maybe cut me off. And that's one thing I hate. Do not cut me off, fam.
Yeah,
When
but
I'm on stage, do not.
is it the DJ cutting you off or the stage manager cutting you off?
Most probably stage
Whoever
manager.
it is. Once I'm on stage,
Can't blame us.
Protect my identity.
You can't blame us. We're only doing our
I'm
job.
just saying, like, once man is on stage, that's the worst as an artist to do to an artist, I swear to you.
Yeah. You've
Like, man,
practiced.
people should understand, do not be cutting off artists. Like, I don't care, you gave me 20 minutes, bro. That's what you signed me for, to come and do. Don't come and
So
tell
you
me
would've
cutting
done
me
But
off.
was this
20
after your
minutes.
20 minutes was done?
No.
Because some people like to stay there.
No,
You
they
give them
might
15
run, they
minutes,
might
they don't
run
want to
late.
leave the
Yeah,
stage.
They might run late and then
Yeah.
they start want to cut man's time off, innit? And that's a shame because I prepared myself
Exactly.
for 20 minutes. I'm
Take your
prepared,
time.
I'm ready for 20
Was
minutes.
to deliver
You know
his
what I mean?
final product.
See, that's not the DJ though. That's
No.
the
It's
the
promoter or
promoter.
whoever.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
take over.
Okay, blame the promoter.
There's been another.
Let's not even go into that one. So
But that
let's
only
just-
happens like when maybe you're not headlining or something, or you're supporting someone or whatnot, and that's just frustrating at the time. But when you're headlining, obviously it's you in it, it's your show, so you can't really do that unless your license is peaking it. But yeah,
Well, guys, thanks for joining me on the Afrobeat panel. It was a pleasure talking to all of you guys. I'm sure that, you know, you guys have liked talking to me as well.
yeah, man, it's been a blessing. Thank you.
It was like, I was like,
No, it's been dope. It's been dope.
everyone looks a bit confused. Well, it was a pleasure having you guys on the panel, and we look forward to seeing you in the next episode.